The best wisdom I can give to any, doesn't matter the gender, is be about yourself. You know, self discovery. Be about loving yourself and loving those around you and being for yourself and being for those who are for you. Not trying to chase off others or belong in a group or, even don't even tie yourself down to family or, so-called friends or co-workers, or just be free and be for those who are for you, like in every sense. Don't be loyal or swear a loyalty to others or allegiance. Um, just walk your path. Because, as I've found in this world, there are those that will walk with you and then those that will walk away from you. So don't have so much attachment. I've had to learn that, even in different phases, with the children and marriage and boyfriends and girlfriends and all that stuff. And it doesn't matter, if it's a platonic relationship or a lover or whatever it is, it's all fleeting. It all goes away in the end, anyways, or the new rubs off. So it's like be about yourself, not about selfishness, but be about yourself and what you like, your adventures, your discoveries, your experiences. Don't let others shame you. I became free when I stopped being ashamed of, some of my thoughts or, my actions or whatever and habits. I've learned to be better towards my body and eating and more disciplined in mind and not be so perverted. But don't be ashamed of yourself. If you think a certain way, don't find a shame in it. Just go, why am I thinking like this? What does it bring to me? What do I get out of it? And there's so much in this world that we have triggers. It's like constantly our mind is being triggered by things. And it's like invisible waves that try to get us to provoke us to either participate in certain behaviors or buy certain things, or because there's all different kinds of beings in this world exploring, trying to multiply, trying to breed, spread their seed, or have babies, or and it's there's some that we can't even see with our eyes. They're not, we don't see them, we're blind to them. I see a lot in different ways, and yes, I want out of this world because I'm tired of being in utero, which is, the coming, it's like everything trying to combine with each other and being born, and it it is something. And that's why I don't make myself one with anybody, because I don't want to be something with two heads on the other side, um, and have to come back through. I just don't want to do this anymore. I want to walk my golden line and grow and keep moving forward. You know, that's all I want. And that's what I say over and over and over again. Is like I just want to be free and to go and do as I please and to keep learning. But I don't want to be a part of anybody else. The spirits will come to me and they'll talk about, there's a, a crisis right now with a generation that's coming up because they have identity crisis. And I was like, there's always been identity crisis in all generations throughout time. That's why there's politics and religion. That's why there's celebrities. That's why there's all these groups, churches, because they all want to belong. It's never changed. It's always been, it's just right now they're making a profit off of it. That's why it's mainstream. You know, it's not medical, it's not anything that hasn't been heard or seen before. It's just they're making a spectacle out of it because it's profitable. It's all been done before. And that's what I know. That's what goes through my head. I was like, it's all been done before. All been done before. It's all been done before. And if you keep on repeating that to yourself and acknowledge that it's all been done before, then it doesn't seem like such a big fucking deal. You know, it's part of the growing process. It's nothing new. Nothing new. But every generation is it's brought up like it's something new because it's profitable. You know, telling the youth this and that, and you know, trying to divide them against their parents or the generation before them and making shit taboo, it's profitable. Hell, it's nothing new. By instilling fear, like the church is talking about gender identity crisis or pornography or whatever, it's nothing fucking new. It's just when they sit there and make a big deal out of it, it profits them because it tickles people's ear and they're like, oh, that's what's fucking wrong with this world. Oh, that's why this generation is going to hell. No, no, it's always been the fucking same since the beginning. That's just the truth. Since the beginning, it's always been like that. And it will continue until something changes, you know? You know, I hear the gods bickering and talking, and you know, of course, Jesus wants to tell me how different he is from all the other gods. And I was like, well, apparently not, because you have minions and shepherds and all that shit. And, you know, your name is preached all over the world and it's still a shitty place. So apparently, you're just the same as all others. I don't see any difference when you tell others to serve your purposes. You're just like all the other fucking gods. You're just like them. And I just don't want to hear your, you know, oh, well, you know, that's just not me and I wouldn't do as the other gods do. There's no convincing me. You ain't for me. So, no, I am who I am and I'm not interested in joining you either. I want love. True love. That's what I want. There's no convincing me to join in any marriage with any other, you know, because, you know, and, you know, he stood there and said that he's not like Zeus and taken many wives, but that's not true because if you look at the churches, there's many women and men that praise his name. To me, that's taken on many wives and husbands. Mm. So I wouldn't be your only one. And until I'm someone's only one, I'm not interested because that's who I am and there's no convincing me any other way. So I don't want your gods. I don't want you. I don't want a lord, lady, whatever. I want the one for me. One for me. I'm for me. I am for me. I'm for love. And if they ain't for me, then I don't want them. If they have a bunch of other followers, I don't fucking want them. Just me. Yep, just me. Me, 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 me. And that doesn't make me selfish. That means I only want to be the only one. Me, 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 me. And nobody's going to make me feel guilty about that because I don't want to follow them or be a part of their congregation or their body or whatever like that. I'm like, no. I don't put myself in groups because I don't want to be surrounded by a bunch of fucking people. That's not my idea of heaven. You know, that's why I don't attend churches. That's why they asked me, like, why don't you go to church? I was like, because I don't want to fucking be around a bunch of people. It's not about love. It's about I don't fucking like you and I don't want to hear you and listen to your stupid conversations or you're singing the same fucking songs over and over again. I don't want to praise or join in worship. I don't want to fucking be a part of it. You know, that's why I don't hang out. I've tried different things. I've been to churches. I've been to, you know, different things. Yeah, different things. Schools. I've done different activities and they're not for me. I be who I be, and their stuff is not for me. So why force it? You know, I don't understand what the big deal is. You know, with the Tower of Babel, which is the internet, with all the spirits getting together, both in and outside the flesh, talking, and using imagery to try to convince people to their way or to agree with them. I'm like, stop that. You can't force yourself to come together because it's gonna fucking blow apart. That's where the Big Bang happened in the first place, because they all tried to come together and it blows apart. You can't force people together, so it's gonna blow apart. Spirits don't work like that. You can't force people together. It doesn't really bother me, but that's just what's gonna happen. All these explosions everywhere. They sit there and they do create fake news about it, and they're like, "Well, this war's going off." No, it's the spirits. They're blowing up. They're blowing up because they tried to, tell them lies and force them together, and they're not supposed to. They don't belong together, and they're going against each other in mind, body, heart, and spirit. You have all these individuals that are working a job that they don't want to be at, and they're only doing it because they think they have to. I'm surprised I haven't seen more spontaneous human combustion blowing up. I sit there and watch the news programs about Hamas and shit like that, and I was like, well, who the hell is Hamas? They don't show any pictures of them. They don't have any demands or anything like that. They're like, well, they just say release hostages. I'm like, no, they're having to release people out of prison simply because they can't afford to keep them there. And when you imprison others, so will you be imprisoned. They don't even know what the fuck's going on right now, and I don't care. I'm like, they wouldn't listen anyways. They put up fences and they don't even understand who they're really keeping out. You can't divide people. You can't congregate them. You can't force. It's all fucking blowing up. And I'm okay with that. Yep. So I say to the gods of man, y'all are idiots. Let go. Stop trying to be lords and gods and shit. Let it go. It's pointless. And then the spirits, of course, tell me what's going to happen with the hunger and things like that. And I'm like, well, there's nothing I can do about it, and I'm not going to worry about it. There's nothing I can do. I could tell people that famine's about to hit, but what is the fucking point? There's nothing I can do. Nothing at all. I don't even know why they come to me. I'm like, sure, I'm in the flesh. There's nothing I can do. I am love, but I'm not here to serve others or save them. It's just tribulation, and I'm about done with mine. I'm ready to move forward. What others go through is their tribulation. It's meant specifically for them to grow. And yes, they will receive what they put out into the world, just like I did. You receive what you put out. If you're kind, then you'll get that back. If you're patient, you'll get that back. If you're helpful, you'll get that back. If you give unto others, so will you receive. It is what it is. Those are the lessons that should be taught, not fucking, how to have a certain job or, this or that. What should be taught is how to grow good food or how to keep the land, how to be good stewards of the land, not about who has the most expensive car or 401k. You got off your golden path, so you're going to learn your lesson. That shit blows up around you. It's just tribulation.